The Nebula's Rest Diner sat on the edge of Station Omega 7, serving mediocre synthetic protein to travelers who didn't know better. Lurks and his two Crothian friends thought they owned the place, sprawled across 3 booths like they paid rent. That's when the Drakari girl limped in. She was young, maybe 15 in human years, with iridescent scales that caught the dim lights. But it was her wing that drew their attention. The left one hung limp and twisted, clearly damaged beyond natural healing. She walked with a cane, each step careful and measured. "Look at that," Lurk sneered, his translator rendering his guttural speech into galactic standard. "A broken dragon. What's the matter, lizard? Forget how to fly." The girl, her name Badge Redvel, kept her head down, making her way to the counter. Her voice was barely a whisper when she ordered a simple nutrient pack. "Hey," Lurk stood, his bulk blocking her path. "I'm talking to you, cripple." "Please," Vel said softly. "I don't want trouble. Should have stayed in your cave then." He shoved her, and she stumbled, catching herself on a table. Her cane clattered to the floor. The other patrons looked away. Nobody wanted problems with Crothians. Lurks' friend grabbed Vel's damaged wing, and she cried out in pain. "What's this good for?" "Decoration." Then he slapped her. Not hard enough to truly injure, but hard enough to humiliate. Her cheek flushed darker beneath her scales. The diner owner, a cowardly bleen, said nothing. Vel gathered her cane with shaking hands and left without her food, fighting back tears. Lurks and his friends laughed. Another day, another weakling reminded of their place. 63 minutes later, the diner door opened again. 4 humans walked in, wearing grease-stained coveralls with Terran Freight Haulers Union, Local 847 patches. They were big, not Crothian big, but human big. With the kind of muscle that came from wrestling cargo in variable gravity. The largest one, arms covered in faded tattoos, looked around the diner with cold blue eyes. "Which one of you touched the Drakari kid?" His voice was quiet, dangerously quiet. Lurks barely glanced up. "What's it to you, human?" "She works our ship. Engineering assistant. Best damn welder we've had in 5 years, even with 1 wing." The human's jaw clenched. Someone made her come back, crying. "Someone's going to explain why." "The cripple works for you." Lurks laughed. "Then you should teach her to stay out of." He didn't finish. The human moved with frightening speed, grabbing Lurks' collar and lifting him partially off his seat. Behind him, the other 3 humans spread out, blocking the exits. "Let me explain something about humans," the tattoo man said. "We don't care if you're bigger, stronger, meaner. What we care about is our crew. And when someone hurts our crew, especially a kid who survived a ship crash that killed her whole family and still shows up to work every day with a smile, we take that personally." Lurks' friends started to rise. One of the human women cracked her knuckles. "Please do. It's been a slow week." "She's just a..." Lurk started. "She's ours." The grip tightened. "She sits with us at meals. We taught her to play poker. She tells terrible jokes and fixes things nobody else can reach. 2 months ago, she saved our lives when the reactor started failing because her small hands could access the coolant valve." Another human, shorter but with scars across his face, stepped forward. "We served together in the Frontier Wars. Know what we learned? Doesn't matter what you look like or where you're from. You take care of your people, or you're nothing." "Now," the tattooed man continued, "here's what's happening. You're going to apologize. Then you're going to leave this station. And if I ever hear about you..." "Bothering her again, we're going to have a longer conversation in a place without witnesses." "You can't." The human smiled. "It wasn't friendly. We just pulled a double shift in the reactor core. We're tired, we're hungry, and we're already 1 write-up away from losing our union protection. So please give us a reason." The diner had gone completely silent. Even the owner had disappeared into the back. Lurks looked at the 4 humans and realized something. These weren't politicians or diplomats. These were workers who'd spent lifetimes in the dark spaces between stars, who'd fought and bled and lost people. They had nothing to lose and everything to prove. and they'd adopted one small, damaged dragon girl as their own. "I apologize," Lurks mumbled. Louder. "And to her, not me." The human pulled out a comm unit.